Welcome to This Week on Xbox. I'm Larry here of Xbox Live's Major Nelson. This week, we're taking a look at the new preview build for the Xbox Insiders program, diving into Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, discussing newly announced games coming out on Xbox One, and a lot more. Let's begin first with the headlines. Big news this week as we launched our first preview build for the Xbox Insiders program. This highlights a few new features that will be coming for everyone this spring with the Windows 10 Creators Update. I spoke with Scott Henson on the Xbox engineering team about the new features, including a major update to the guide. Here is a sneak peek. Scott, there's some big changes here. So what's going to happen now when I hit the Xbox guide button on my controller?
So no matter what you're doing, whether you're playing a game or watching Netflix or what have you, you'll hit that button and you'll have a whole world of instantly accessible features. You'll be able to go to home, you'll be able to get to My Games and Apps, you'll be able to get to the store. Of course, you'll be able to get back to the game or the thing that you were running. Your recently run activities will be instantly accessible to you, and at the bottom will be the pins. Now, if you're playing background music, right there on that home page, you'll be able to pause, fast forward, and change the volume on that as well. In addition to that multitasking feature, we've got instant access to the achievement tracker, we've got instant access to game DVR, and of course, what everyone's excited about is very quick access to be able to become a broadcaster as well.
For all the details, be sure to check out the full video on the Xbox YouTube channel or right on your Xbox One dashboard. A new Forza Horizon 3 bundle released in the US. The bundle comes with an Xbox One S 1TB console, Xbox wireless controller, and a full game download of Forza Horizon 3. The bundle will be available worldwide in February, so head over to Xbox Wire for more details. Overwatch launched another great in-game event this week called the Lunar New Year. Blizzard has been killing it with their free themed updates, and the new outfits, sprays, and animations for Lunar New Year look to continue that trend. Simply fire up the game to take the update and hope the loot boxes roll in your favor. Final Fantasy XV released Moogle Chocobo Carnival this week. This limited time event features new side quests, outfits, and themed minigames. You can hop on and check it out now until February 20th. Ghost Recon Wildlands offered up a sweet new open world trailer, and with it, the announcement of the closed beta start date. The closed beta begins on February 3rd, and you can sign up by heading over to the URL below. Oh baby, Path of Exile is coming to Xbox One later this year. The Xbox One version is free to play and will feature all the content from the PC version, including the upcoming 3.0.0 expansion that includes Act 5. Xbox One players will play on their own realms separate from PC due to small gameplay differences between the two versions, such as the number of flask slots and how some skills are targeted. Don't worry though, the plan is to follow the same content and league release schedule on both the Xbox One and PC versions of the game. The team over at Grinding Gear Games has worked really hard to make this happen, and I cannot wait. There's going to be more information in the coming weeks, so stay tuned.
Your path of exile begins.
In other announcement news, Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown is coming to Xbox One. For those of you unfamiliar with the franchise, this is a gorgeous air combat game that puts you in the cockpit of advanced warplanes and delivers fierce air combat experiences. The game looks stunning, the dog-fighting action is intense, and the storyline is immersive. Battleborn recently released a big update to the game, including unlocked core heroes, 2 training modes, daily quests, performance enhancements, and draft modes. Plus, there is the awesome new hero, Beatrix. This crazy scientist wields a giant syringe arm, which just looks ridiculously fun. On top of that, you can dive into the latest story operations add-on as well. Oscar Mike vs. the Battle School comes with a season pass and pits you in intense arena battles to redeem Oscar Mike. Hey Rock Band rivals musicians, listen up! Online quick play for the game launched this week and allows you to start up new game sessions or accept invitations to play with your friends. Be sure to check out the Green Room, which is a cool new way to configure your online session and show off your character. February's games with gold were announced this week. On Xbox One, you'll get Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time and Project Cars Digital Edition. Then, on Xbox 360 and Xbox One through backward compatibility, you will be able to download Monkey Island 2 Special Edition, followed by Star Wars The Force Unleashed for free. There are more great deals with gold this week. Right now, you can grab Battlefield 1 for 40% off, Titanfall 2 for 50% off, and more if you have gold. Head over to my blog at MajorNelson.com for all the deal details. Time for Out Now. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard is here. I'm excited to go back to the spiritual roots of the franchise, namely being terrified of every new room and enemy. The latest entry brings us back to the true survival horror with a slower pace that savors ratcheting up the dread and tension. Resources are at a premium, and don't forget that not all enemies can be put down by something as mundane as bullets. If you've been a fan of the franchise from its gruesome beginnings, you'll enjoy the subtle callouts to previous games. If you're new to the franchise, don't worry. Resident Evil 7 stands on its own just fine. On top of that, Phil Spencer recently announced that the game is the first big Xbox Play Anywhere title of the year. That way you can scare yourself silly on your Xbox One or your Windows 10 PC. A few more backward compatibility titles released this week. Available to play now are Alice, Madness Returns, Shadow of the Damned, and Rocket Knight. There are also some new ID and Xbox releases this week. There is Doodle God Ultimate Edition, which is an addictive puzzle game that both kids and adults can have fun with. Then we have the hit archery combat game, Towerfall Ascension. Next is a platformer called The Sun and Moon. This one features a unique mechanic where you can dive into the ground. Sounds interesting. Also out now is Subterrane, which is a sci-fi survival game on Mars. All right, let's wrap things up with a little Did You Know? This week's Did You Know is brought to you by Xbox Ambassador Sightless Combat, a sightless gamer, accessibility champion, and active member of the fighting game community. Ever wondered how those with partial to no sight use the Xbox One's interface? The short answer is already built into your Xbox One console in the form of Narrator. To activate it, you can either go to Settings, All Settings, Ease of Access, then select the Narrator icon. Another option is to simply press and hold the Xbox button. When the option to turn your console off appears, press the menu button and you should hear the words Starting Narrator.
Starting Narrator.
That is a great Did You Know from Sightless Combat, and remember, Xbox Ambassadors are your go-to source for expert gaming advice. You can find ambassadors within the Xbox forums and all over the gaming community. Make sure to check out ambassadors.xbox.com to learn more. That's it for this week. We'll see you next week for an all-new episode. Thanks for watching.